Today we have the pleasure of a conversation with the Italian-Canadian celebrity Joe Cacchione, comedian, actor, school principal, all together. Joe, we have a pleasure of a conversation over a coffee from the distance. I can send a coffee as an attached file.
Thank you. Eccolo qui. Thank you very much. Un bel caffè in the morning is something you have to have. Thank you. Hey.
Exactly. Joe, we're living very strange times. This new 1.0 COVID society. What do you think about it?
It's incredible. Getting used to it is very, very difficult. But you know what? To me, is fantastic because I get used to it with comedy, with humor, with making people laugh. It's something fantastic because I don't do it alone. I do it with the whole family. So it's a family, how can I say this? A family reality of the humoristic season of Joe Cacchione.
Joe, you keep a smile on our face. Only God knows how that is important. How are you living this time?
I think everybody needs to adapt to the time that we're living. As you said, I am a school principal. 95% of my students are following the classes online. It's going extremely well. The teachers got adapted to the situation and it's going well. I'm at school from the morning till night. And then later at night with my kids, we write comedy together, we film comedy. I have my older son who studies cinematography, and so he's the one directing the whole show. I have the little one who's a part of my shows as well, and my comedy clips, and together that's what we do every night. It keeps the family together. It's very important during this COVID time to spend time to create good and positive moments, because every now and then you have the 5 minutes, as we say in Italian, I 5 minuti, and you have to be careful, you have to hold it back, take a deep breath, and continue living. That's important.
Joe, you are a champion of the Italian-Canadian community and culture in Montreal. I want to know how the situation is in the Montreal Italian-Canadian family.
I think it depends on the family. I will speak about my family. We try to laugh all the time. We try to take things positive. We try to keep busy. It's very important, and I'm telling this not only to the Italian, but to everybody that listens to us on TLN. It's important that you create a positive and constructive routine. Because, you know, when you look back, you say, during these 2 months, what did I do? 2 months, 3 months. We don't know when we're going to go back to a normal time. It could be, you know, I think in Ontario, they were talking about going back to normality in August or September. I'm in the show business as well. And show business before December, we don't know. So we have to keep busy, keep on building, keep a positive attitude in everything you do. But it's very important, create a routine so you feel you learn, you develop, you grow in what you're doing.
What can you tell us about what strange things are going on there?
Strange things, my God, very, very strange things. I laugh when people drive the car with the little mask. I mean, how could you be infected? You're alone in the car. Why are you waiting it? I did a few clips on you know, when we reopen. The first thing they reopen here in Quebec is the school. I said, yes, finally. This is for my mental health. My kids go back to school. I'm going to be fine. Then they reopen the stores. I said, please, Mr. Legault, our Prime Minister, reopen the beauty salons because I see my wife, and for my mental health, she has to go to the beauty salon. And one thing I said, please, the jewelry stores, don't reopen them right away. That's for my financial health. It's no good.
What about the relationships between husbands and wives in this time?
With my wife, it's beautiful. It's beautiful because of the social distancing. She stays in one room, I stay in another one. So everything is perfect.
And what about the children?
They're still alive.
And how can you live without your friends, Joe?
This is very difficult, but I suggest to everybody to create these Zoom, Teams, any platform meeting where you can have a drink with your friends. I know it's not the same because the chin-chin doesn't go through the same way, but it's very, very important you keep in contact. And you know what? If you can make a special effort to call people who are alone, sometimes it's very, very difficult, but make that special effort just to make sure that everybody is safe. The mental health, the psychological aspect of the COVID is more important than what we think, because, you know, we don't see it. It has a big effect on the people.
Joe, what's the craziest thing you saw during this COVID time?
In what sense? What do you mean by crazy?
Any sense. The things that made you laugh the most.
The thing that made me laugh the most is now at school that we have the teaching online. There's a lady, one of my teachers, she didn't know how to turn on the camera. So she did a complete Zoom meeting without the camera, complaining that there was no camera, but the problem was not the camera. The problem was 18 inches from the computer.
Joe, how therapeutic is to laugh in this time?
I think laugh, you know, they say laughter is the best medicine. So laughter is extremely therapeutic in all the time, especially now, because we concentrate everything, especially the first months. You remember, March, April, all we spoke about was COVID-19. Actually, before it was coronavirus, then it became COVID-19. And that's all. I was walking in the street and I was hearing COVID, COVID, COVID everywhere. So, you know, you have to remove yourself from the COVID. So what I did as of, I remember, was March 19. March 19, because it was La San Giuseppe, Saint Joseph, patron of the families, and obviously very, very known in Italy. And I started on that day because it was the first day that Italy announced that they had most death around the world. So I called it, the first day is #Sono Italiano, I am Italian, in order to support what Italy was going through. And then I started doing more and more comedy. I was getting a lot of feedback from the public saying, you know what, Joe, please continue, because we're waiting for that moment. I would post them every night at 6 o'clock, and they were waiting for that moment just to laugh. And a lot of people saying it keeps us with a mental health that is stable, because we can't wait to laugh. And those moments, they keep us out of the problem of the COVID.
Joe, when's the last time you got a haircut or you went out for a pizza? Do you remember? I don't.
No. I see. You need a haircut, huh? I'm going to come to you and do it myself.
Okay.
Actually, it's funny because in Quebec here, they opened last week. So I was her first client. I said, please, I have to go back on television. Please, I need a haircut. So yes, it was for 3 months. We didn't do the haircut. Okay. I started to look like the Beatles.
Joe, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much for your time.
Antonio, un abbraccio forte to all of the people of TLN.